Okay, so we're going to be using isometric dot paper, this sort of paper here, to sketch some of these solids. Now what we're doing today is we're given a shape here, and what we've got to do is try and redraw it with one of the shapes removed. Okay, now generally when we go to draw this, start from the nearest edge and try and work your way backwards. So I'm going to start by drawing these three lines sort of down towards the bottom of the dot paper. So I've got one vertical line there, I've got two heading off to the left that way, and three heading off that way. Okay, now if we remove that shape, we'd need to have like a 2 and a 2 there. So let's go 2 and 2. We can draw that one in. We can now draw that one in there. Sorry, it's all moving about a bit. Okay, then we can do this back edge here. Now you can see how those edges will also be appearing. Now if we take this one out, then the edge will sort of come around like so. This one will come across and then up. Then we can go do the back edges like so. Okay, what else do we need? Well, this one here, once we take it out, there'll be a sort of an edge showing sort of like so. And that's it. You know, not drawn overly neatly, but it's not an art competition. Okay, whoops, sorry, there's one missing. Need that edge there. That looks a bit better. So you can see we've got that sort of the flat top there, another flat top which now goes into there, and that's sort of, we've sort of taken that away. With the next one here, we're going to take away the blue one there. So again, the nearest edge is sort of there. So let's start by drawing that edge about sort of here. We can do the tops easily enough. So 3 to the right, 1 back there. Look, we can fill in all of that top section there like so. We can come down and do this face here. Just a matter of counting squares. We can do this front face. Okay, now what else could we see? We'd also be able to see the bottom. Like once we take off this blue one, that'll expose this next face in behind in there. So we just need to draw it across like so. Okay, this time we're actually going to be adding a cube up on this blue face here. So you can see we can start by just drawing this nearest edge like so and get ourselves started there. Then we can sort of come up and do this, that section there. But then we've got to add we may as well do that one there so we know where we're at. So we're going to add a cube onto this. So this edge needs to come up higher, so does that one, and we need one there. And now we can just sort of finish that off. So we better do this back section there that we can still see. So basically once we add a cube on, we're going to end up with that sort of shape there. Okay, so now if you have a go at the exercises on the next 2 pages, again, if you keep watching the YouTube video, you can see the solutions if you need them. Okay, so we're going to be removing that blue shaded one. So we're going to end up with this sort of L-shaped figure. So let's start by drawing those leading edges there to start with. Once you get that nearest corner drawn, the rest sort of follows in fairly easily. So we're going to draw those 2 edges next. We can draw the verticals there like so. We can add those. Okay, so then, well, once we take that off, we'll be able to see the top of that one there like so, and then we'll also be able to see that bit there. So we come like so, and that's that's what we need to draw there. For this next one, again, by the time we remove that, we've got this longer L, but this time you can see that it's going to be sort of 4 squares long. So we're going to draw this front face, so 4 squares long. So that's what I've just drawn, is that face in there. Now I'm going to draw that face. Once we've got that bit, you can see that the rest will just pop out fairly simply. Again, here we remove these, and again we're going to end up with this sort of L shape, but this time it's going to be 5 squares along the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to come up 2 at the end, then sort of come back like so, and just make it 1 square wide. So you can just sort of add all these lines 1 square wide and then just join them up if you like. Okay, again here we're removing the blue one. Again we'll get an L, which is sort of 3 squares along the base. Pretty straightforward after that. Okay, right, this one's going to be a bit harder. Let's start by doing the outside edges there. So I'm going to start by sketching all of these, which is actually a hexagon, and then I'm going to come in 1 unit from each of those. So starting with that edge, I'll go here, here, like so, and I'm going to come in 1 square from each edge. Now you notice by the time we take out the blue one, we're going to get the edges sort of running around there as well. And then by the time we take that out, sort of at the back we'll have this sort of vertical edge, and then we'll have these other slanted edges there. Okay, the last one, even harder. Let's start by just tracing around this outside edge. Okay, so sort of starting up here, we need to go across 2, then another 2, then down 2, then 3, I've just got enough space, then across 2, and then up 1. Okay, then I'm going to draw this top edge here. There. By the time we take the blue ones, we'll get these edges here as well. Again, by the time we take that up, we'll get a vertical edge there, and then we just need to come around the edges of what we've taken out, and again add some more vertical edges there. Okay, this time we're going to be adding a cube onto this face, so you're going to get what you've got here, but you can see you're also going to have to go up sort of like so. Okay, so we can start by drawing all of these edges in here. So that's going to be 4 squares long. So come up there, come back 2. So I've just done that bit there. Come back there. Oh, sorry, that one there. Come back 1, 1, and 1. Now we're going to add that extra cube in there so it comes across like so, and then we can just see the back end of that. Notice we don't need to draw a line. So that line there is no longer part of it. And so you can see how we've ended up there. Here we're going to add an extra cube on here, so we can sort of start by drawing all of this section here. Let's get that done first. So it's going to be 3 units long, then we sort of do this front face of 1 square, come back that 3 there, and then that 2 there. I haven't given myself enough space here. Let's do that a bit lower. Thank goodness for the ability to rub stuff out. Okay, so I'll just do that again, but a bit lower. So 3. Okay, so that's what we just had. Okay, now I can do those bits there. So that's 4 along the back. That's 2 just there. Okay, so we're going to need to add an extra, sort of an extra square up the top. So we can bring that up like so. Put vertical edges along off the edge of each of those there. Join them up like so. And we've got our shape there. Okay, here we're going to add 2. So you can sort of see we're going to sort of add something like that onto the shape. So let's start by drawing this here, which is sort of a 2 by 1. Again, let's do that fairly low to start with. Okay, we can add this top section on here easily enough. Yeah, we can still draw those lines. So basically at the moment we've just sort of drawn a 2x1 and another 2x1. Now we're going to add another 2x1 off to this side here. And that's what we needed. Okay, with the last one we're going to add one onto there. So again you can see, actually this is exactly the same as that one. So they've stuffed up, I think. Yep, they have. Or have I stuffed up? My apologies. I've actually made a mistake with the cutting and pasting. Okay, rightio. So you just get a freebie there because that's exactly the same as what we just did. That was a mistake on my my part putting together the sheet. Sorry about that.